everyone, and welcome back. In today's video, I am so excited to share with you guys 10 DIY Dollar Tree fall decor crafts. So this is going to be another episode in my huge I Love Fall series. I love to share with you guys how you can make your home's boutique a gorgeous on a budget. And listen, I truly believe that y'all don't have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. Now, don't miss out on my $100 Hobby Lobby gift card giveaway. I'm going to be announcing the winner very soon, so drop a comment down below and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, pop over to my Olivias Romantic Home Facebook page as I share several DIY videos a day over there. Now listen, without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Olivia here with Olivia's Romantic Home. And in today's video, I am so excited to share with you 6 DIY Dollar Tree fall decor crafts. So this is another episode in my huge I Love Fall series. I love to share with you all how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a teeny tiny budget. Now, without further ado, go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. For the first Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to create these beautiful glam pumpkins using ceramic pumpkins from the Dollar Tree and these beautiful glam jewels. You're going to find these in the crafters square. They already have adhesive on the back, so all you have to do is run the adhesive jewel down the side of the pumpkin, trim it off, and voila, you have this beautiful, I feel like these are Cinderella pumpkins. They're just so glamorous and gorgeous. Now, I think you guys can use these on any colors or styles that suit your personal decor. And I skipped every other one and just ran them down the little grooves that were in the pumpkin. I'm also going in with my Deco paint pen kind of marker. I got this at Michael's, but they also carry the gold paint pens at Dollar Tree, and I decided to dazzle up the stem just a little bit with some gold accents. I just thought that kicked it up a notch, and I'm also running out of this paint pen, so I'm going to need to make a trip to Michael's very soon. But I'm just adding that gold stem, and then I'm running the little jewels down the sides of the pumpkins. Now, as I went along, I realized that I wanted to add jewels down every single groove. So the one on the right, the little kind of maroon pink pumpkin, is going to be one way that you guys could do it, but you can kick it up a notch and just add jewels down the entire thing, depending upon how many you have. And it did take, I believe, 2 to 3 strips per pumpkin. Now, again, you can skip the grooves, or you guys can just totally go all out and use jewels on every little groove. Now here's how my pumpkins look after I dazzled them up with all these beautiful jewels. Now I'm going in to make them just a little bit extra with this pretty little brooch. I get all of my brooch jewels off totallydazzled.com. I will leave a link for them down below. They're super inexpensive on their jewels. You could also make these with some memory jewelry from a loved one, or maybe you have a broken earring that was just too pretty to throw away in your crafting stash. The sky is the limit on these. Oh my goodness. Now tell me these don't remind you of a Cinderella, dazzled up, going to the ball. Just so fun and fabulous and glam. I feel like every decor can really use just a cute little touch of glam, maybe in your beauty space or whatnot. I found this tea kettle on the Mackenzie Child's website for $150, and I knew we could duplicate it using inexpensive supplies. So I'm taking this tea kettle that I found at the thrift store, some metallic gold spray paint, some Waverly White chalk paint, some Mackenzie Child's napkins, and I just spray painted the top of the teapot gold. I want the handle to be gold, and then the base I am going to paint white with my Waverly White chalk paint. Chalk paint works really well on slick surfaces surfaces. And a little tip, if you clean your surface with a bit of rubbing alcohol before you get started, that will help get any grease off of your project. I did go ahead and take my handles off to make sure I didn't get any white paint on my handles. The other thing I want to let you know, if you can't find a tea kettle super cheap at your thrift store, they have these tea kettles for $7 at Walmart. You can find them online or also hopefully in your stores, just to give you guys a little tip on this. Then I'm going to go in with my white chalk paint and chalk paint my lid. Now I'm taking this beautiful Mackenzie Childs, it's the Flower Market print napkin, and you find their napkins on the Mackenzie Childs website. Dollar Tree also carries flower napkins. I found some beautiful rose patterns, all different kinds, so check their napkin section. You can also find inexpensive napkins at Walmart in the party section, or another place that carries beautiful napkins is TJ Maxx or Tuesday Morning. So really your choice of napkin is up to you. Customize this to suit your fancy. Now I'm going to Mod Podge the side of my tea kettle and then gently add the napkin on to the front of my tea kettle. A little tip here is to remove the backing. There's a white backing on every napkin. You'll want to remove that part, and that way your little napkin will lay a little bit flatter and not be so bunchy. That's definitely helped me. One of you guys gave me that tip, so thank you so much. So I'm also adding another layer of Mod Podge on top of my napkin, and this is just Dollar Tree Mod Podge. So this is such a fun and fabulous project. I have really wanted one of these tea kettles, but I have hesitated to spend $150 on a Flower Market tea kettle because the print is a little bit more springtime. So if you decorate for shabby chic or you just love the floral print, this is really a great option if you want to use this for decor purposes. Now I'm taking another section of the napkin that I had cut apart and I'm just Mod Podging it to the side of the tea kettle. If you look at the Mackenzie Childs original tea kettle, the napkin or the flowers kind of cascade down. Now the other option, if you don't have these napkins and you're a really amazing painter, you can always paint the roses or the flowers onto your tea kettle. That's an option too. I can paint flowers, but not as good as these, and I really wanted to have that kind of Mackenzie Childs look to it. Again, I love that Flower Market print, but I haven't bought anything in the Flower Market print, and really the prices are a little bit too steep for me, to be totally honest with you. So I knew if I could dupe it and show you guys how to do this, it might give you all a chance to try this pattern and see if you like it, and then if you wanted to later invest in an actual tea kettle, because their tea kettles work and this one would just be for decor purposes only. The next step is I want to decoupage the napkin to the top part of the lid, and then I'm going to remove the little original hardware, which is cute gold, but I'm going to take it a step extra and add this pretty jeweled knob to the top. The Mackenzie Childs teapots have jeweled knobs at the top. And so I just thought that would be really cute. You could also use E6000 glue to make it stay on there a little bit easier. Now, of course, I'm not going to be taking this on and off. Again, this is just for decor purposes, but oh my goodness, I am so in love with how this Flower Market teapot turned out. I think it is so gorgeous, fabulous, on a budget. If you got the one from Walmart, and you didn't find a $2 one at the thrift store, it would cost you about $7 to get that one and then do the same craft. So really, again, very inexpensive way to try out this pattern, especially if you love kind of that girly glam shabby chic design. And I am just so crushing on this, so fun and fabulous on a budget. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I wanted to share with you guys how to take one of the cute little Dollar Tree sparkling sunflower clips and make it into a napkin ring. So I've seen these style of napkin rings at the more high-end decor stores, and they are so much more than $1. So all you have to do is take a pack of the Dollar Tree napkin rings. They come in a set of 6, and then remove the little original sunflower clip. You're going to want to hot glue around the sunflower, and you should probably even take it apart and just hot glue all the layers back together, which is kind of what I had to do, a little bit trial and error on. But then you're just going to add the hot dab of hot glue to your napkin ring and then hold it on there until it gets nice and sturdy on there. You could also even add a little bit of E6000 glue, which is a permanent hold as well. And then I'm taking this beautiful jewel from totallydazzle.com. Now, of course, this is optional. I'll leave my jewel link down below because they're only about $1.15 each, and you get a whole pack of them. So they're a really great deal, and they're so sparkling and they look so high end. So I just hot glued the jewel into the center, and look at how high end and boutique gorgeous on a budget. So you can use these as a napkin ring, and I also just popped it into this super adorable little teacup. But if you guys can see, the Mackenzie Childs patterns has a lot of gold in it. So if you are decorating with shabby chic decor, you can add in touches of gold, and that's going to pull the fall decor into your home without going over the top with the oranges and all of the harvest colors. Maybe not that, those colors aren't for everybody or their decor, but see how you can pull that gold in and even some hints of orange and still really look very fall. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to create kind of a glamorous topiary. So I'm starting out with this Dollar Tree carvable pumpkin. These are foam pumpkins, and I'm just going to use my Waverly White chalk paint and chalk paint my pumpkin. Now, I did give it about 3 coats of chalk paint, and I let it dry about 45 minutes in between coats to make sure that it was really nice and covered. This is going to be a topiary. Again, I did one in one of my last videos and you guys absolutely loved it, but I wanted to give you a little bit of a twist on this and make it more of a glamorous topiary. Now, I'm also going to take 2 of the Dollar Tree ceramic pumpkins and chalk paint them as well. I want them to all be the same color, that way they kind of all match. And also, I just want to let you all know that the little ceramic pumpkins come with holes in the bottom of them already with the holes, so they're a really great way to make a topiary. And so I am going to go ahead and paint the top part of this white. I do end up going back and painting it gold, but I wasn't for sure where I was going with it, so I just painted the entire thing white. Now I'm taking this Mackenzie Childs napkin. I find them on the Mackenzie Childs website. They're the cocktail size napkins, and I'm just going to cut out the flowers on the napkin. The other thing you want to do is remove the white part of the napkin that's on the backing. That will help your napkin stick better to your pumpkin. So I'm just going to add a layer of Mod Podge that I got at Dollar Tree to my pumpkin, and then gently stick my little napkin on here. Now, you can get a napkin from anywhere. Walmart carries napkins, Dollar Tree carries beautiful napkins, Tuesday Mornings has beautiful prints. If you want to make this exact one though, you'll probably have to order off the Mackenzie Childs website, but you guys can really get creative and customize this to suit your personal decor. So again, I'm just adding another layer of napkins and Mod Podge, and I do add a layer of Mod Podge over my napkin just to make sure that it's sealed and that it's really nice and stuck on here. And oh my goodness, I think this is beautiful. I have seen pumpkins that are hand painted with the flowers, and they are so much more expensive in the high-end decor stores. Now for the next part of this DIY, I'm going to take one of the ceramic pumpkins that I had painted white, and I'm just going to begin to run my marker. This is just a little gold paint marker. They sell these at Dollar Tree, and also I find mine at Michael's Craft Store. And I'm just going to trace lines down the little grooves and ridges of the pumpkins. Then I'm going to go around the pumpkin. I'm going to make this in a checkerboard pattern with the pink and white. So shout out to my girl, Deanne Mendoza. She paints some really beautiful Mackenzie Child inspired goodies on my Facebook group page. So you guys are definitely going to have to join us over on my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook group page. There are so many inspiring people over there posting so many fun things. But I had to give her a shout out because she does some really pretty pink and white shabby chic designs. So I'm just taking this pink acrylic craft paint, and it's in the pink blush, the apple barrel craft paint. You find that at Walmart. And I'm just going to paint my little squares. I'm using a smaller brush to do this. That way I have a little bit better control. You can also use a paint pen marker if you feel like that the painting part would be hard for you. Remember to give yourself grace. This does not have to be perfect. Also, it's just a $1 pumpkin. So if you're really nervous and afraid to try this, you can always, if you mess up, just paint over a solid color. I have had to do that before, so I want you guys to try it out and don't be afraid to try this craft. I did end up using 2 coats of the pink paint to get really great coverage. Now I'm going to do pink stripes for my top pumpkin, and I'm just freehanding this, and I'm going every other one with the pink paint. So I already have the white base down, and then I'm just painting the pink stripes down. And again, I did do 2 to 3 coats with the apple barrel pink craft paint. And now think about this, you all can customize this to suit your decor. So if you don't care for pink, that's totally fine. I know it's not quite a traditional fall color, but a lot of my ladies out there that love shabby chic, I wanted to just share this video with you guys because I always try to share as many styles as I can get out as the season progresses. So I thought this would inspire you for everybody that loves pink. But if you don't love pink, go for purple or blue or gold or whatever style suits your fancy. Now I am going in with some gold paint, and I do get my gold paint from Arteza Craft Company. It is such a beautiful metallic gold. I really love it. I'm almost out of it, so I am going to have to order some more. But I'm taking an even smaller brush and I'm running it down the grooves of my lines. So this is another little tip when you're painting these checks or these stripes. If you take a paint pen marker and outline them, outline your stripes or checks with a paint marker or even just a fine tip paintbrush, that is going to clean up some of your work where maybe you felt like your lines were a little bit wobbly or not perfect. And I will tell you, I was so nervous to start trying to paint these checks and stripes, and I'll admit, my first round of DIYs on these, I look back on it, I'm like, oh my goodness, it wasn't as good. I feel like I've gotten a lot better, but I've practiced a lot. So again, it doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. In the Mackenzie Child's creations, the ones that I have from them, you can see the artist paint lines in them, and they're not perfect as well. So just a little tip there to give you guys a little bit more confidence and grace. Now I'm taking this cute little basket that I found at the thrift store, and I'm popping some styrofoam into this. And if you want to create a topiary with these foam pumpkins, all you have to do is pop a little wooden dowel, popsicle stick, floral stem, anything that has some strength to it into the foam pumpkins, and then pop it into your styrofoam. I'm also adding a popsicle stick to the top of this, and then I did add some hot glue. It's just going to stabilize it to keep it kind of from wobbling around. These are not going to be outside, they're just going to be in my home. So I did add some hot glue to the base of my pumpkins and top that off. Now I'm sharing with you guys 2 different ideas for how to do these pumpkins, where you can add a floral arrangement where you add some pretty florals with these pretty leaves and different flowers. I did get the brown neutral leaves at Michael's. Just a little tip there. So there are so many ways that you all can style a topiary. You can add the florals to the base, and here is how that is going to look if you want to do a beautiful floral arrangement. And then here is the other option where you remove the florals and just use your topiary as is. I kind of do like this topiary without the florals this time, just for me personally, because I want to really be able to see that beautiful floral pattern that I decoupaged onto the base of it. But again, whatever you're going for in your decor, you could actually make 2 of these and leave them one without the floral and then make a pretty floral arrangement with one. Or maybe you're framing out a mantle and you would want to make a floral for either side. Really, the sky is the limit. Have fun with it. Customize it to suit your personal fun home decor. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take this Happy Harvest sign and remove the raffia bow at the top. I'm then going to take my painter's tape and run it down the front part of this sign and just mark off little lines. I want to make a glam gold checkerboard pattern with this and just kind of jazz it up a little bit. Now, the sign is absolutely adorable and super cute, but this is just an option if you wanted to do something different and kind of customize it. Hobby Lobby carries so many signs with a buffalo check pattern, so I thought it would be fun to do something kind of just with the white and gold checks. Again, just to doll it up. So I'm taking this gold acrylic paint. I get my gold acrylic paint at Artisa. It's an online crafting company and it's a really nice metallic color. So when you go to look for gold paints, I always think the metallic looks so pretty and glamorous. So I'm going in, I'm painting a gold check square and then a white check square. Again, just to kind of jazz it up a little bit. This pattern is so popular at Hobby Lobby right now, and they actually do more of the buffalo check, which is beautiful as well. To do that, you would just add another color to your checks. Super fun and fabulous, and this was just a quick and easy little craft. The other idea you could do is, instead of painting the check pattern, you could just go around the entire pumpkin and paint it gold if you wanted to glamorize it just a little bit, or you could go around it and paint it all white or pink or purple or whatever color suits your fancy. Have fun with it and customize it to suit your decor. Now that I have 2 coats of my checks painted, I'm going to go ahead and add this cute little jeweled bow. Again, I get all of my jewels at totallydazzled.com. I'll leave a link for you all down below. They sell packs of beautiful, dazzling glam jewels for next to nothing. You guys are going to love it. I hot glued the little jewel to the front, and then I'm going in with one more coat of my white and gold checkerboard just to make sure it had a really good coverage. I ended up using 3 coats total, and I am so loving this. It looked so pretty once I was finished, and it just gave it a different look, dazzling it up and going in with my kind of gold glam setting here with the shabby chic flair and my little teapot. Oh my goodness, you guys, so fun and fabulous. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take this little mini ceramic pumpkin. I painted it white. It was originally green, but I painted it white with some chalk paint. I added several coats of chalk paint, and now that the chalk paint is dry, I'm going in with a layer of Mod Podge. I want to make it again kind of a Cinderella pumpkin, but this time I want to just add loads of glitter. So this is one of the most fun things. I have been doing these pumpkins for years. Years and years and years ago, I had an Etsy shop and I painted pink pumpkins and I dazzled them up with glitter and jewels and ribbons. So just think about customizing it to suit your fancy and your decor. So now I'm taking some extra fine glitter, and I find this in the craft section at Walmart. It's an iridescent glitter, and after I had my Mod Podge on, which you guys could also use craft glue, would be totally fine. Elmer's craft glue would work just as well. I added a layer of glitter, and then I'm just going to clean up my paint job and add in that gold stem. So I'm just using some metallic gold craft paint to make my gold stem, and here is how it looks. I also used a jewel to glue to the top to give it a little bit more glam effect. These jewels, again, from totallydazzled.com. You guys, I am so in love with their jewels, and these little ceramic pumpkins I think look so good customized, especially to glamorize them and have them suit your decor. I see these pumpkins that are all glammed up in the high-end decor stores, and they are so expensive. So these little Dollar Tree pumpkins are a great little buy. They should be out at your stores by now, or they should be coming very soon. But have fun with it. And as always, I ask that you all let me know what was your favorite DIY in this video, and which one will you be recreating? Do you all decorate in a glamorous style for fall, or do you do more of a traditional style? Do you add some glam touches here and there? I do have a pink bathroom, so I'm definitely going to be popping some of these glamorous pumpkins into there, and maybe some on my beauty table as well. So let me know, how do you guys decorate for fall? I think it's so fun to hear what everybody does for fall, and just always give you guys some options, because I know not everybody decorates with traditional colors. So this is just a fun option. I hope you guys are totally inspired and that you're having a gorgeous, blessed day. I want to thank you all for being here. It is such a true blessing and an honor, and I just love y'all so much. For the first Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take this little wooden cutout from a Dollar Tree. It's a turkey cutout, and I want to lay down a base paint of white Waverly chalk paint. The next thing I want to do is sketch out my pattern. Now the pattern on the breast, I wanted to do some little checkerboard pattern. So I'm taking some painter's tape and just painting lines going up and down and then crossways to make my little checkerboard. I'm using a Sharpie marker. That really helps me know where I want to paint my checks. Now you all can paint any pattern that you love, or you don't even have to paint a pattern. You can just paint it in traditional colors. I want this to be super fun and whimsical. I also am going to use this little Dollar Tree sponge brush to paint some super adorable little polka dots on the body of my little Tom the turkey. And so I'm just dipping the sponge brush and then kind of giving it a little bit of a turning motion, and that helps get the paint all the way on there. And just have fun with this, get creative. Remember, these little Dollar Tree cutouts are only $1, you guys, so if you mess up, you can always paint over them. Now I'm going in with some brown acrylic paint. I believe it's like a cafe brown, and I'm using a smaller brush, and then I'm mixing it. As you guys can see, I'm mixing a little bit of brown and white together, and then beginning just to paint my checks. So I'm painting a brown check, and then I'm leaving the other square white. Now keep this in mind, you all can paint any color of check that you like. So maybe you have a shabby chic home and you do want to do a pink turkey, or maybe you have an aqua home and you want to do aqua. This DIY is supposed to be really creative and fun and whimsical. So get creative, have fun with it. Now, these DIYs are going to be very traditional. For me, I've decorated in a traditional fall color, but you guys just have fun with it. Get creative, whip out that paintbrush and go for it. Once I had all of my checks painted, I decided to go in with that darker brown paint and paint my little turkey's feet with the darker brown paint. And then I'm very carefully and going in with a very small detail brush, and I get a lot of my paint brushes at the Dollar Tree, you guessed it, and I'm just painting the eyes black. Since I already had out the orange paint, I decided to make the little gobble orange. You guys could always paint it red if you wanted to get out some red paint, but I thought, well, orange is fine. I'll just use what I already have on hand. And then I also decided to give my little polka dots some dimension by using some swirlies in with some of the white paint. So that's just a little thought there, is once you have the base of whatever little goodie that you're painting done, then you can go ahead with your detail brush and add in some details with some highlights. So take some of the whites and the darker colors and begin to add some dimension to your work. Another little tip I have for you all is to look in your makeup brush stash. Yes, I said makeup brush stash for paint brushes. Maybe you're a beginner painter and you need some extra brushes and you don't want to spend a lot of money. I've been using some of my old makeup brushes. I used that for the feathers actually on my turkey. Now, it's also totally great to invest in good brushes. I also want to note that I did add that little dot in my turkey's eye just to give it and bring it to life. So here's how it looks popped into my very traditional, or maybe not so traditional, Thanksgiving display. I always host my Thanksgiving dinner and I want it to be really extra special and glittering and fabulous for my guests, which is really my family, but I want them to feel special. I want them to feel royal and welcomed into my home. So everything you guys see here, pretty much I'm going to share with you guys a DIY on, very budget friendly and mostly all from the Dollar Tree. Let's get to it. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take 4 of these welcome fall signs and I'm going to begin to attach them with some hot glue. So I'm attaching it end to end, and what I want to create is a little planter box like something that I saw at Kirkland's, but we are going to do this on a budget. Then I'm going to stack them on top of one another. I am going to cover up the welcome fall sign, which I think is super adorable. So if you love that part of the sign, definitely use it as is, but I have so many signs already. So now I'm also going to take some of the Dollar Tree nautical rope. I wanted to edge this out. I also think jute twine would be really beautiful, but I am going to tell you right now that I'm challenging myself to use the supplies that I already have on hand. I know you guys have a lot of crafting supplies on hand, so try to dig into what you already have and get creative. I'm using my hot glue gun to attach the nautical rope all the way around the little edge of my planter box, and I think it is looking so super adorable. I see these little planter boxes at Kirkland's and at TJ Maxx and even Target, and they're so expensive, so I thought, why not create something on a budget? Now, the next thing I want to share with you guys is I've been using some puppy training pads to help clean up my crafting area and catch some of the fallout from my paint. So I'm using some of this Dollar Tree moss, and the puppy training pad below is going to help catch that moss, which really makes a mess on my crafting table. Now I'm adding a whole bag of moss. You could also add in some Dollar Tree foam, but I didn't really have any that was the right size, so I just added the moss instead. And then I'm going to take some of this lamb's ear, you can find it at Walmart, and I'm going to pop that in, and then just some of these little Dollar Tree pumpkin picks, and I'm just popping them in. And again, you may want to secure these with some foam, but this arrangement isn't going to move around a whole lot, so I wasn't really too worried about it. But have fun with it and get creative. Now I wanted this to be more of kind of like a little neutral farmhouse look. I haven't done a whole lot of that look this season. I've done a lot more traditional, but I thought for this setting, since I am doing more traditional, I want to do something just a little bit less dramatic so it will pop against some of my traditional stuff. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, continue to pop in some pretty florals. Again, a lot of these kind of more rustic farmhouse look. And then once you're satisfied, you can go ahead and display that. Have fun with it, use the colors you love, and get creative. So really, this was only about $4 to create the base, with the nautical rope $5, and then the little picks $6 or $7, so maybe $10 total. And check it out. I think it looks so high end and fabulous, gorgeous. Definitely something that you would not guess is from the Dollar Tree. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to take this lantern that I found at Dollar General, and then we're going to make a beautiful floral and bow for it using some Dollar Tree supplies. So I'm taking this Dollar Tree deco mesh, and I'm just going to make a quick little bow, and basically I'm just going to take the deco mesh and loop it over on itself. I actually had somebody ask if you could do this to make a bow with deco mesh, and yes, you can. You can just take it and go back and forth and loop it over on itself, and then I'm just going to trim it off right here, and this is going to give you a nice full bow. Now, of course, you don't have to use deco mesh on any project, but this was just an idea to kind of answer your question on how to use deco mesh or how to use it in a bow format. So I hope this will help you and give you guys some different ideas. So I'm going to take my little pipe cleaner and just pipe cleaner onto the top of the lantern, and then I did fluff that out. Now I'm taking my Easy Bow Maker. I found mine on Amazon, but it's much cheaper at Michael's or on Deco Exchange. I'm going to use this Dollar Tree leaf pattern ribbon, and I'm measuring a 5-inch bow on each side. So you make a loop, you measure 5 inches on each side and make a loop. So 5 inches on one side, 5 inches on the other side, make your loop. It is so easy. That little center prong is what's holding my bow together, so I don't have to tire out my fingers by holding my bow. It also gives me an opportunity to dovetail the ends of my ribbon. So by dovetailing, I just cut a triangle upward in my ribbon, and see how pretty that looks. It gives it that beautiful boutique finish. Now this is some green ribbon from Dollar Tree. I had it left over from my fall crafting. I don't generally reach for the green, but I was really excited that I actually used it in this project. I felt like it came out really pretty and it accented that deco mesh. The next ribbon, and say hello to my daughter. She had to give me a little kiss. She's one of my biggest cheerleaders when I'm working. It's so precious. So I'm using this pumpkin ribbon. This did not come from Dollar Tree. It actually came from Michael's, but I, again, am trying to use up the rest of the ribbon that's in my fall decorating stash. Okay, so again, I went 5 inches across on the loops. This is kind of more of a simpler bow, and by simple I mean I do like to use a lot of ribbon. I'm taking a pipe cleaner and I'm just going to tie it off. So there were 3 layers of this ribbon. They're all the same size, the 5 inches. I'm going to twist that pipe cleaner on there, and then I'm just going to take the pipe cleaner and tie it onto the top of my lantern. Again, this lantern is from Dollar General. It was about $8, maybe $10 at the most. The next secret to your bow making is fluff. You've got to twist those loops out and fluff them, fluff them, fluff them. When you think you're done fluffing, give it some more fluffing. Now, don't forget to add some pretty fall leaves. These are from Dollar Tree. I just took them off of their stems, and I'm hot gluing them and adding them in here. Now my daughter's back with puppers. I had to give them both a little kiss and some lovin'. She's the babysitter today. And then I'm going to pop in one of these beautiful LED candles. Oh my gosh, they are so wonderful. They're from Amazon. They look so realistic. They're a flickering, flameless candle. They're battery operated. I'll link some of my Amazon store for you guys, but I did pop in one of those Dollar Tree garlands, some Dollar Tree pitberry, and then some of these little Dollar Tree, they're just kind of like little ting, I guess you would say, just to kind of give it some dimension. Check this out. How gorgeous did this turn out? Now in a setting, I'm actually going to put this in my entryway, but I had to share with you guys just how beautiful this looks. This looks so high end and elegant, like something you would see in a seasonal home decor store. And who knew that pretty much everything on this came from the Dollar Tree, minus the candle and the lantern, of course. But you guys can even make some lanterns. I've made some with picture frames from the Dollar Tree. The sky's the limit. Get creative. Dig into your stash. I know you guys have some pretty ribbon, a little candle, some leaves, and you can just make something really beautiful to brighten up your home. And it's also a great way to begin to wind down maybe some of your fall crafting like I'm doing, and trying to just use the rest of what you have. So I wanted to give you guys some ideas for that. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to make a beautiful, elegant decor piece for my table. So I'm taking this Dollar Tree oversized bow, and then I just layer that with a Dollar Tree glittering leaf, and then some more Dollar Tree glittering picks. I'm adding lots and lots of hot glue to the center of these. I'm also adding in some Dollar Tree pit garland, and then adding another layer of Dollar Tree ribbons with this pumpkin ribbon, and then this cute little buffalo check or gingham ribbon. Now I'm going to tie a shoelace bow, and that's just a bow that you would tie like you're tying your shoelaces. I'm going to add that into the center of this, and my idea is to make something beautiful and creative if you're setting a table or a tablescape for your Thanksgiving dinner, something regal and royal. So I decided to add this beautiful glittering gem. I get my gems from TotallyDazzle.com. They have the best deals. They're about $1.50 each for these beautiful jewels, and they look so realistic. They're so gorgeous. Anyway, I'll leave the link down for you guys down below in my description box. But check this out. I just want all of my guests when they come to my table to feel very welcome, and I want it to feel very royal. I think it's so beautiful, like something you would see in Victoria magazine where they're mixing like rustic and then they add that pop of glam just to really give it that extra special glittering touch. Comment below, let me know what you guys think about that. Now I tied it in, as you guys can see, to this kind of tablescape idea with those glittering Dollar Tree pumpkins, and then kind of offset with this more farmhouse rustic floral piece. Now for the next DIY, I'm going to take these two candlesticks that I found at the thrift store, this Dollar Tree floral foam. I'm going to hot glue them to the top of the candlestick, and this is just super easy. This is what I call a blooming candlestick. This is a great way to repurpose and reuse the rest of your fall ribbon. So I'm going to take some of this fall ribbon. I'm going to start out with the green, and I'm just going to take and make a loop. That's it, you guys. This is so easy. This may even be what some people call the funky bow, although I'm not sure that that's what it might be called, so don't quote me here. But I'm going to take and I'm going to make another loop. So I have a green loop, and now I have a fall leaf loop. Again, this ribbon is from Dollar Tree, so I have a green and then a leaf, and then I'm going to go in with some of this pumpkin ribbon. Whoops, I'm sorry, I went in with some of this buffalo check plaid ribbon. So, and remember too, I'm using what I have in my stash. I'm trying to reuse and repurpose all of the rest of that fall ribbon. You guys, I bought so much fall ribbon. I feel so guilty that I bought so much, but I want to repurpose and reuse it. So now I'm just adding in some of this pumpkin ribbon and some of this plaid ribbon. Now that I have these several layers of ribbon, I'm just going to tie them off with this piece of pipe cleaner. Super easy peasy. The next thing I want to do is I want to give my bows a fluffing. So you're just going to take the loops and kind of pull them out. Super easy. You're just going to pull those loops out and kind of twist them around, and that's going to give your bow some fluffiness. And then to attach my ribbon, I'm going to take this piece of, it's just floral. Basically, it's like a floral stem. I'm going to bend it down, and I'm going to push it into the ribbon and then attach it into my piece of floral foam. I'm also going to add a dab of hot glue on either side. So it's basically going to create kind of just like a little way to attach it. I hope that makes sense. Comment and let me know if you guys have questions on that one. The next step to my blooming candlestick is to add tons of beautiful Dollar Tree leaves. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just digging into my stash, and I'm pulling out all the rest of my leaves that I have left over from the rest of this decorating season. The next thing I want to do is add some Dollar Tree floral moss to the top of my little foam. So this is going to kind of cover up that part that I don't want to see of the green stuff. So I'm just adding some hot glue, and then I'm adding some of the moss. Now you guys could also use green moss, but I thought the brown moss might be a little bit better for fall. I'm going to use some of these flameless flickering candles. I absolutely love these. I'll link some in my Amazon store. They're amazing. They're battery operated. They're super safe because they are flameless and they're battery operated. I added some pitberry garland and here it is. Oh my goodness. Tell me this does not look like something that you would see at Kirkland's or TJ Maxx or at a beautiful seasonal decor store, and we made it for next to nothing with some Dollar Tree leaves and moss and some pretty little ribbons. And oh my goodness, I just love finding ways to repurpose and reuse and upcycle those little pretty candlesticks. They were from the thrift store. I slapped a coat of white paint on them, and really, you guys, just the sky is the limit. You guys can really have a boutique, gorgeous home on a budget. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to take this really cute little wooden cutout, and it is just a leaf cutout. I'm going to lay down a white base coat of white Waverly chalk paint. I love to do that for my wooden cutouts if I'm going to paint a pattern on them. That just gives them something for my acrylic paint to adhere to. And then I decided to create a pattern, and I wanted to do some polka dots and some checks on it because that's how I did my little turkey that I did earlier. Now, I will tell you that I ended up painting over the polka dots, so bear with me. But I did go ahead and just use this painter's tape to begin to create stripes on my little leaf. Now, my leaf is going to be whimsical and fun. And again, I'm creating it to match in with my Tom the turkey that I painted earlier in this DIY. So, and now I'm just going to go the opposite direction from the stripes. So now I'm going in the opposite direction, and I'm just using my Sharpie marker again to get my checks all ready. You guys, I've been kind of crazy over checks, but you guys paint whatever pattern that you love. This is what I love. So also, think about this. You guys can choose any color that you love. Now, for me, I decided to choose some oranges and browns. Now, this was what I had originally done, where I just took and I made some polka dots with the little Dollar Tree sponge brush and made polka dots inside my leaf. I will tell you that I did paint over the polka dots because I decided it made my leaf look like it had some kind of measles on it. But you guys might like the polka dots. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I always love to hear what you guys think about things. Now, I'm taking some of the brown paint that I originally used on my turkey, and I'm going to go ahead and paint some really cute little brown checks. So I'm mixing the brown and the white together to kind of give it that really cute little hand-painted look. And I decided again to paint over the polka dots with just some orange paint. You know, sometimes it's just a little bit of trial and error. So comment down below and let me know what you guys think about this. I think if I had it to do over again, I may have just painted my leaf, probably just either all with checks or whatnot, but sometimes maybe it's just a happy little accident. So I just went ahead and painted in the orange part, and then I decided to just draw some kind of little veins in my leaves. I also thought it would have been really cute if I would have painted like, you know, happy fall y'all, or just some kind of really cute little saying there. So, you know, hindsight is 2020, and I don't know if you guys know, but a lot of times I am crafting upside down and backwards when I'm sharing these DIYs with you guys. So here is everything all popped in together. I put the leaf on this end of the display, and then there's the turkey on this end that I was kind of trying to match in. I think they look super adorable and fun and ready for a fun and fabulous glittering Thanksgiving Thanksgiving, royal as ever. Now, as always, I ask that you guys comment and let me know which is your favorite DIY in this video and which one will you be all recreating. I love to hear what you guys are up to. I love to see all of your amazing posts in our Facebook group page, which is totally free to join, by the way. Now, since we're kind of like doing a little bit of fall Thanksgiving, I want to hear from you guys and let me know if you guys do Thanksgiving at your home. What is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Do you love the turkey? Do you love the pumpkin pie? I always host Thanksgiving and I try to switch things up a little bit. So maybe you guys could give me a new recipe. Drop it in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are up to. It will also enter you guys in my latest giveaway. Details down below. Plus, we are heading towards 200K on this channel. Now, I'm giving away a Cricut plus a $200 shopping spree when we hit 200K. Plus, I have another giveaway going, which is separate from that one, which is a $100 shopping spree for crafting or groceries or whatever you guys want to do. So I'll leave both the details down below in the description box for you guys. I want to wish you guys a happy fall. It is starting to get chilly here. Finally, oh my goodness, I am so ready for that crisp fall weather and pumpkins and hot cocoa and all of that good stuff. And then of course I had to pop in my little Benji bear. He is getting crazy and big and we just love him so much.
Thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and honor to have you all here. If you all are new, welcome. I am Olivia's Romantic Home and I love to share with you guys how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a budget. I truly believe that y'all don't have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. And so for everybody that comes back and loves on me, I am hugging all of your hearts so tight. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love to craft and decorate and share my ideas with you, and I'm a one-woman show. It's just me, you, and this camera. And so I just thank y'all for being here, and we're gonna have so much fun, new content coming up. I am working through a bit of a computer issue currently, but bear with me on that. And we are gonna have I Love Christmas series starting very soon. You guys, I love to decorate for every single holiday, and for Christmas I go really big. I go big for fall and most of the holidays anyway, but I love to get a jump start on the Christmas crafting, because by the time Christmas rolls around, I want to have my house decorated so I can enjoy it and relax with my family. And I do love to decorate early. It's just one of my absolute favorite seasons is fall and Christmas, and I love spring too and summer. So anyway, thank you guys again for being here. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. That will get you guys up and running on my YouTube channel here. Subscribing is totally free, and also I'm doing a $100 Hobby Lobby gift card giveaway, so drop a kind comment down below, and also just let me know how you guys are doing. I love to hear from everybody, and I love to hear how your fall decorating and crafting is going as well. So anyway, I'm gonna hug all of your hearts so tight, and thank you guys so much for being here. Also, pop over to my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook page. I do videos over there as well, and I share several daily, so that's fun, and you guys get inspired over there. They're a little bit shorter videos, so you guys might want to go check that out. I also have Olivia's Romantic Home Instagram and TikTok. Just lots of crafting and decorating. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys get back to your day. I also did a little bit of a crimping thing with my hair. I feel like it made it look kind of fuzzy, but let me know what you guys think about that. I feel like it's a little bit like of a 90s, 2000s throwback. 90s, did you guys crimp your hair? I had a perm in the 90s and it was pretty bad. Actually more in the 80s, I guess. I even had my bangs permed. So anyway, I love y'all. I can't wait for our next video. And until then, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. Talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.
That I love you.